Hey, welcome back. It's the 30th of March, 20 minutes until the 31st, so I'm gonna probably be uploading this by the next day, but this is the last day I'm at home, and I'll be back to the usual schedule. Super busy here, so that's another excuse to see how the trade's doing. Uh-oh, trade's gone up, which is not good. Okay. Okay, honestly, that's another lucky one, isn't it, really? So, yes, as you can see, it went up, and it basically hit some fair value gap that I pointed out here, which was also a point of interest as price bounced on top of it and then it's bounced below it. And it looks like price has been bouncing against this pretty much consistently since for the whole day. The price has been very, very stable actually, and now it looks like it has done a quick liquidity sweep and is potentially moving towards the upside. I don't expect much movement, to be honest, for this next 24 hours, but let's try and make a pretty simple prediction. Yes, as I say, it's broken free of these past lines that I just drew, but to be honest, I don't expect it to move much, if at all. So it's going to move, but yeah, I'm thinking along, to be honest. I'm thinking, we've seen price sweep this multiple times, and we might see it happen once or twice more, but for the most part, we're just going to see it go along here. It might find a breakthrough to the upside. But once again, it's definitely a hard one to predict. It's a really hard one to predict right now because it seems like every time I'm getting on here, it's broken free of whatever constraint it was just placed in. I'd love to place a long, to be honest, because it looks pretty promising, but it's gonna be like a pretty much like that, the kind of long where I'm expecting it to like hit, but if it does hit, it'll sing, and then the take profit very high up. So yeah, if we see price pull back down, I think it will push back up like it has multiple times before. There's lots of key zones of interest that it's been making, and all price does is move from one level to another. You can see here it's at this level, it moves down to this level. There's a level here, level here. Right now it's created a level here, and a level here, and a level here. Now the reason I'm putting it all the way down here is because there could be a liquidity sweep lower down, knocking out all of these levels, but then the liquidity sweep have been overdone slightly, and because of that, it might push down into this area. The only reason I place these in so extreme circumstances is because I don't check the charts for 24 hours, or they're about 22, 23, 24 hours. So I can't be there monitoring it all the time, monitoring what's happening with the price. And if I could, then it'd be a very different story. Right now, I'm thinking that we've probably peaked here, and if we can break through, then place along much higher up, but I can't see if we're going to break through, so I have to predict that it will open and it'll be another test from this key level. So yeah, there's not a lot I can do right now, especially in this time of consolidation. If we go out to the 4 hour, we can see, not much is happening. It's pretty much still. We had this massive drop off, and now we're really testing this. Yeah, and if we can reach down to this liquidity, we will see a bump back up, maybe a big move just like we had at this moment. So again, here, we create this trough and then push back to the upside, but I don't see a trough being created. Do you see that trough there? I don't see anything like this created quite yet. I think we have a good few, maybe day or two, before we see this potential move back to the upside. You can see here, if we're going from history, that would be enough to push back to the upside now. Like I've kind of drawn here, but that is just too risky. I can't take that risk due to the previous liquidity sweep that was done within the 4 hour. That's pretty risky. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that as my final choice for what I want today's market to take. But yeah, like I said, I don't expect much to happen. If anything, just to go up here and finally break through this, as it has retested it so many times. And as you can see, we've just had price bouncing between these key levels for quite a while now. It's going to happen eventually. It's kind of a shame Litecoin's being a bit idle at the moment. But that's what happens. That's what happens in markets. You get good weeks, you get bad weeks. And in these bad weeks, it's recommended just to not trade at all. If the right opening isn't presented, don't force it. But here I am forcing it every single day, and that is that's exactly why it gets tricky to predict these market moves, because this is absolutely not the recommended thing to do at the end of the day. You wait for your rules. You have a set rules. You wait for your rules, and if one rule isn't quite lining up or it's missing, you don't say fuck it and put the trade in anyway. You wait, because trading is about patience, and to be honest, this whole series is destroying the patience aspect. So yeah, I wouldn't ever recommend following these, but it is interesting to come back to the markets every 24 hours, see what's been happening, and change it. So